This is Radio Entrepreneurs, and my name again is Jeffrey Davis. We got a full studio today. We got everybody. We have this is like the Christmas Carol. We have the ghost of Christmas past, the ghost of Christmas future, and the ghost of Christmas present, all in the studio. I'll leave it up to our listeners to figure out who I'm talking about. My name is Jeffrey Davis. I'm here with my co-host today is John Friedman, president of Mage. Welcome, John.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Good to be here as always.
Thank you. Introduce our next guest, please, in our lineup of the day.
Happy to do that. We have Darby Hobbs of Social 3 Media. Darby, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Why don't you tell us and our listeners a little bit about your show? About your company, Social 3, and what you guys do.
Sure. We launched Social 3 about a year and a half ago, and I've been in the financial services industry for roughly 25 years, but I wanted to launch a media strategy company that really tells the story of social responsibility investing, environmental, social governance products that are out there for investors to potentially shift part of their portfolio into and make an impact, not only in their local community but also globally. And we do that by working with investment managers that need to tell their story about investment choices, but also working with companies that have, let's say, a corporate social responsibility program or an environmental social governance program that they need to tell Wall Street to say, all right, there's a value to that. We're working with our stakeholders and making a difference. And to date, a lot of those stories really have been designed to help build their brand, and they've been looked at more from a marketing standpoint, which is not a negative, but from Wall Street's perspective of valuing that, they tend to gloss it over. So we work with the companies to help them tell their story, and also the investment managers that have portfolios where people can actually shift their money into these programs and make a difference in the world.
Well,
so that's our focus.
You're challenging me. I'm never going to remember all the questions that were racing through my head. Mostly working with public companies?
Public companies, yes. But in the impact space, so there's different layers in the social responsibility area. There's the more traditional social responsibility, so looking at how to divest out of firearms, alcohol, tobacco investments. But that has really migrated into environmental social governance screening, which is a little bit broader and has much more of a societal impact. And then there's impact investing. And when you move into impact investing, it's a longer return time and it's much more focused on microfinance opportunities. So you get more of the high net worth investor family offices that tend to look at these investment choices because there may be a 9 to 10 to 15 year payback, but you're getting it at the grassroots and you're able to really make
it's an investment
changes.
Strategy as well, an emotional and a financial investment for families. I understand that.
That's right.
You get both benefits.
Yep, you do.
The second part to one of the questions I still remember, the benefit also of these public companies, I think nowadays, you say the landscape is changing, I would think is it helps in recruiting. The new generation of people coming out of universities, they're looking for responsible organizations that they're going to stay with. And I would assume that that's one of the new trends you're coming across as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the millennial generation is a huge piece, and that's a segment that is a force to reckon with, not only in terms of their desires to work for a company that makes a difference. They would actually take less pay, assuming that the firm that they're working for is obviously have programs that are making a global impact in a positive way. And they're also looking at receiving a fair amount of inheritance. When you look at roughly $41 trillion that will migrate to them over the next 10 to 15 years, then that decision point's going to really change from what they have today. And even in family offices today, when you look at the family generational structure, it may be obviously the parents, the grandparents that started the whole threshold, but it's the younger generation that's saying, you know what, we need to rethink what we're investing in or what programs. Because you're going to take risk anyway, but if you can get risk and performance and a greater global good, right, why not go there?